Hello and welcome to the program The Desk on Global Television. My name is Anthony Momodu. Welcoming to today's edition. Today being the of July 2024, and we're in with very interesting talking points. As usual, we get the finest minds in the continent to help us look at this very interesting talking point. Today is no different, as we've got someone who is an author and also a public affairs analyst, and put in between that, someone who is also has some experience in the banking sector. Being our guest on today's edition, we've got Adabugo Gertrude Uzo as our guest on today's edition of the program, The Desk. Good evening, and thank you for joining me on the program.
Good evening, Tony. I'm glad to be with you here today.
Let's look at what's playing out in Rivers. We're talking about Fubara now, Fubara, the current governor, and Wike, who is the former governor of Rivers State. To the crisis still playing out in Rivers State, is the people of Rivers, suffer and not getting the full dividends of democracy because of this ongoing rift between these two?
The state of Rivers State is a clear example of anarchy gone to another level. That is pure disorder of democracy. Because how can it be that in a single democratic appointment, you have separate sitting rooms for the same plenary sessions that should come together, bring up laws that should take care of the citizenry? They are doing this because they don't care about the citizenry. They are doing this because the idea that you are a leader for the people is not there. You are a leader to go there and enrich yourself. Why are they fighting? Because of personal gains. Why is the influence of ex or past governors so strong on a seat that is no longer occupying? Because, the way things are run in Nigeria, it's not supposed to be so. The judiciary, in the placement of three arms of government, the judiciary is to be able to sanction the executive and put them in order. But here, the executive rules the judiciary. The judiciary has no power in Nigeria. How can the judiciary be watching such a display happening over and over, being prolonged, forming headlines, becoming a daily news, a daily affair, and they can't do anything about it? They're not even doing anything about it.
On the part of the presidency, do you think it's fair enough, in as much as, yes, they're both of the same party? Why is the interest of Nigerians not put before the interest of the political party?
Because when the president is weighing in, he's weighing in on a placative tone to plead, please, please. It's not supposed to be, please, I beg, have people, I beg, give people their dividends of democracy. But this is what we get in Nigeria. It's coming in placatively, being diplomatic, politically correct, so that, this politics continues. Soldier goes, soldier comes, barrack remains. After this regime, tomorrow, you still continue with your friendship. You may even come back to rule the same River State again. This week we are talking about. You can come back tomorrow to rule this. So he's securing his place. Okay. Personal interest, above communal interest, above state interest. Both, whether it is at the state level or at the federal level, you see Nigerian leaders playing out so unashamedly their selfish interests. And it's so appalling, so heartbreaking that our judiciary is powerless and can't even do anything about it.
On the part of Nigerians, the electors and the people of Rivers State, do you think they've shown enough to say that they are tired of what's playing out?
It's the same thing I talked about. There's a fatigue. There's in banking or even in the corporate world, they call it investor fatigue. If you pick something to invest in it and you keep pouring in it, and you're not seeing growth, no matter the depth and the extent and width of your resources, at some point you get tired.
So you think the people
there is a fatigue in an average Nigerian of the best and of the goodwill, because you already see what you do, where will it take you? Okay, the people of Rivers State that wants to protest this thing now, if let's say a protest starts in Rivers State, how many lives will be protected? Right, it's like putting your life in line.
All right, we don't hope to put our lives on the line. Let's go for a very quick break.